Today at Circuit Court in St. Mary's County, Governor Larry Hogan joined Sheriff Tim Cameron along with State's Attorney Richard Fritz and members of the Maryland State Police and members of the St. Mary's County Sheriff's Office. They joined together today to announce the indictment against 8 suspected drug dealers who are believed to have distributed illicit drugs that led to the fatal overdoses of 8 citizens in St. Mary's County. Today, Governor Hogan said they need to send a clear message to drug dealers. And he said we must target these criminals who use these deadly drugs for their own financial gain.
At least 6 Marylanders die each and every day.
So far this year in St. Mary's County, there have been 14 overdose deaths related to heroin and opioids, including the county's first 2 carfentanil overdoses. Governor Hogan was the first governor in the nation to declare a state of emergency in response to the state's opioid epidemic. Today's announcement is proof state officials are pulling out all of the stops in an attempt to combat the crisis. St. Mary's County State's Attorney Richard Fritz obtained the indictments against 8 individuals: Mark Garner II, Regina Claggett Brown, Letice Greer, Jeffrey Uhal, Marcel Blackiston, Tyrese Nelson, Christina McCauley, and Desmond Sloan.
That the one thing that they do not want to do is to distribute drugs to someone in St. Mary's County, Maryland. Because if that person dies, they will be prosecuted for homicide.
Sheriff Cameron credits the collaborative effort between his detectives and the Maryland State Police for tracking down the people who sold the overdose victims dangerous drugs, including fentanyl and carfentanil.
As a result of very precise investigative work by patrol deputies, troopers, criminal investigators, vice narcotics investigators, and forensic investigators, we treated every deadly overdose case as a homicide.
TheBayonet.com asked Sheriff Cameron why the suspected dealers are being charged when the victims chose to take the drugs.
Drug dealers know that they have to use protection, surgical gloves, sleeves, masks, eye protection, because they know the potential for fentanyl and carfentanil is to kill them. So they knowingly are preparing a substance that they're going to distribute to users. They know the outcome.
TheBayonet.com spoke with 2 family members of overdose victims about the indictments. Loretta Foster lost her nephew, Jonathan Elkins, to a drug overdose in June.
Jonathan was the most wonderful heart. He had 2 children that he loved dearly. He would give the shirt off his back for anyone.
John Darling also lost his son, Bryce, in June. He said he was surprised to learn the state's attorney was pursuing second-degree murder charges.
So I'm very happy. I mean, it's not going to bring my son back, but maybe it'll save somebody else's life.
Governor Larry Hogan says his presence at today's announcement was to send a clear message